Hey y'all, welcome to my kitchen today. You see who's got the best seats in the house? If you want a good seat, there's a chance you're gonna have to move a dog or a cat. But there's another cat in here that's got a good seat, and that's my Aunt Peggy sitting over there. She's in here to keep me straight. She is actually reading an article that showed up in the paper talking about Albany, my hometown, and Aunt Peggy's hometown where she lives, has been hit. It's like #1 in the U.S. for the coronavirus. So I'm very, very thankful that she's sitting here out of the line of fire. So, and I hope and pray that all of our Albanian friends will be safe. I hope that all of y'all out there are safe. If you're like me, you might be getting a little touch of cabin fever. But, you know, we just have to think about this as a time to catch up on things we've been wanting to do. Or a time to just be lazy. And I'm good at that one. I'm real good at being lazy and sitting on my sofa and watching TV. But I just wanted to come in and hopefully occupy y'all's time for a few minutes. Maybe just take your mind off of things. And if you're isolated by yourself, you know, I'm so sorry. So I hope this will be a little bit of a diversion. But I've been trying to concentrate on recipes that are super, super easy, and hopefully things that you have in your kitchen that you don't have to go to the store for, because where we go to the store every day, that is no longer the case. We have at one point even ordered our groceries, but in order to do that, you got to be real organized, because it took us like 36 hours to get our delivery. Have you done that, Teresa?
No.
Where you order your food and they bring it to you.
I do that with one of our local produce.
Oh, okay, great. I want to hear all about that. Is that Davis?
Yeah.
Davis does that?
On Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Mm-hmm. And do they just bring you, a basket and you don't know what's in it? Or
no, actually you get to pick and tell them what you want. They have a long list of everything.
Well, we're going to have to check that out, Amy. So Davis Produce is some dear friends of ours here in Savannah, and their little stand is located on Highway 80 on the way to Tybee, and they're just the sweetest people.
And fabulous produce.
And fabulous produce. I don't know how they do it. I know they work like dogs.
Mm-hmm.
They work like dogs. But anyway, back to easy recipes. I don't know if y'all have ever had a grape salad. I was asking Aunt Peggy if she'd ever had one, and I think we decided that she has never had one.
Right. No.
So this is so good, y'all. And it's one of those recipes where I kind of use what I've got. I'm gonna start with a softened 8-ounce package of cream cheese, 1 cup of sour cream, okie dokie. How much sugar is that? I might not use, is that like a half a cup you got me measured out?
That's a half a cup.
Okay, I'm gonna probably use only half of that, because this recipe that they printed out for me right here, I don't think it's my recipe. It may be, I don't know, I doubt it though. But anyway, I'm gonna mix this. And I thought I put mayonnaise in this. Do I not put mayonnaise in it, Eddie? I thought I put mayonnaise
I think
Well, you've made it so many different ways.
I think you add half mayonnaise, half sour cream. I've seen you do it.
Y'all hear Teresa? I'm guilty, because that's what I love about cooking. You know, don't fence us in. Don't put baby in a corner. You know, give us plenty of dancing room. So I'm gonna put some mayonnaise in it.
Well, you go for it, girl.
I am.
But just so you know, that recipe does say Paula Deen's
Oh,
grape salad.
Sure does.
Maybe she's trying to call us out.
You know, you do what you want to. That's what I say. So I'm gonna add a little mayonnaise. And then I'm gonna stick my finger in this and test it and see if I need to add some more sugar. Maybe a little bit more.
Maybe that recipe is right.
I don't know. It could be. I don't know. You know, that's the thing about it. There's so many ways to, I don't like this phrase, but skin a cat. 'Cause I got a cat, and I don't like to think about somebody skinning my cat. But, so we've got that mixed up. Now, I add grapes, naturally. It's a grape salad. And if I've got pineapple tidbits, you know, canned pineapple tidbits or cubed, or heck, even the circles, because I can cut those up. I love pineapple in this, but I don't have any pineapple. So today, I'm using one of my favorite apples, and it's a Pink Lady apple. And the apples are just delicious. Now, I soak these in water mixed with fresh fruit for a few minutes so my apples won't turn brown. So I'm just gonna put how many grapes I want, because remember, this doesn't call for apples. So that's gonna take the place of some of the grapes. And then I'm just gonna start mixing and mixing and mixing until I've got the right amount of grapes with the right amount of wetness. All right, I'm gonna add like a cup of cheese. I think that I'm gonna add a handful of grapes. This recipe certainly doesn't call for grapes either, but
Raisins.
raisins, I meant. Thank y'all for keeping this old girl straight. Maraschino cherries. I love these. I got to make sure they're good and drained. And before you put your maraschino cherries in, I cut mine in half, and you'll make sure you want to run them under water and rinse them, because that red dye from those cherries will turn everything pink, and I don't want it to be pink. I want it to be white with spots of red in it. And now the last thing I'm gonna add, oh, this looks so good. You know, I think the hardest thing about writing a cookbook, y'all, was actually formulating everything. Because when you cook just off the cuff, it is so hard to make that recipe and formulate it just right. Because you're used to going like this and like that, and it's hard. It's hard. You know what? I may have to use all those grapes. All right, now one of my favorite ingredients in this.
So the recipe was right, is basically what's happening here. Except
Yeah,
for
because
the
see, I
mayonnaise.
didn't cut down on my wet.
Okay.
I love this part, y'all, and that's nuts. Pecans. They're so good and crunchy in it. And if you'd have time to roast them, they would be even better to pull that flavor from those nuts. Ooh-wee. Yeah, the proportion was just right. All right, let's see. Is that everything I want in it? Every time I have out-of-town company, especially from up north, I always serve this salad to them at lunchtime, and they love it. They just love it. So, Aunt Peggy, I'm just gonna put you a bite in the cherry bowl.
I can't wait.
And I want you to taste it. Uh-oh. The last thing you have to do,
You want to top it with some nuts?
no ma'am, you have to sprinkle it with brown sugar
Okay.
and then put it in the refrigerator. And that brown sugar melts through all those grapes and apples and, oh my grannies, it's so good. All right, Teresa, I ain't got the strength, honey, to hold and pour. Well, maybe I can. I don't have the strength that I used to have.
You want me to hold it?
I was just watching an Oprah show talking about that, doing those aerobics and stuff.
I told you we could break out those arm weights.
Oh, I just don't want to. I don't want to. But I sure don't have the strength that I used to have. I mean, when we were running the Bag Lady, I delivered all the catering as long as I could, and then Jamie had to take over. But I'd haul those big old things of food up 30 stairs, and I don't know how I did it. I said, one day they're gonna find me collapsed on a set of steps over that Memorial Hospital. All right, so what's the verdict on tea?
It's very, very good.
Oh, I'm so glad. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Listen, it's like if you were making a grape salad, just grapes, and you wanted to kick it up another notch. This does it. Cause
Yeah.
the apples, I do apple salad.
I know you love apple salad. That's one reason I want to put the apples in it.
Well, it's delicious.
It's because I know she loves apples. All right, so that's it.
Okay, so tip is to refrigerate it for how long?
Oh yeah. You can make it one day and refrigerate it and serve it the next day. But it does do real well when it has time to sit. And I'm probably gonna add the rest of these grapes because there's a lot of wet in there to grapes.
Imagine you wrote that recipe, and now it turns out to be correct.
That's great. That's a bonus. I'll see y'all next time. Stay safe, stay well, stay sane. Here's to sane.